Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Crafters TV, brought to you from Crafters Companion, and it is the softer side of life. My name's George Akid, and I'm going to be with you all day today for 3 amazing shows across the day. I'll be telling you more about that a little bit later on. Well, the softer side of life is our wonderful soft crafting. If you're into your sewings, listen, this is the show for you. And you are joining us in a very special week. It is our 2nd anniversary here at Crafters TV. If you didn't know by now, we are celebrating all week until Thursday, the 2nd of September, with over £250,000 worth of giveaways throughout every show, and today is no different. If you spend over £50, $50, you're going to get yourself an amazing Crafters Companion notebook. In fact, I'll show it for you here. Here's that Crafters Companion notebook. It looks something like that. That is what you're going to be getting yourself. If you spend over £100, $100, you can get yourself this amazing free tumbler. And if you spend over $150, you're going to get both of those items. It's while stocks last, so if you are wanting those, listen, make sure you're getting your orders nice and early. And as well, we're giving you the chance to win something very important throughout this show. We'll have a sneaky look at it, because all you got to do for the chance of winning is get social with us here at Crafters TV all the way through the softer side of life. Comment on Facebook, YouTube, and you stand the chance of winning this. Over £129 worth of stuff, $162 worth of crafting goodies. You have got fabrics, you've got stencils, you've got cutting tools, you've got pens, you've got everything there to start helping yourself with soft crafting. All you got to do is comment, and we'll read some of those comments out. And if you win, that could be yours. It's very exciting. I'll tell you what, as someone who always gets very excited when it comes to soft crafting, it's the legend that is, the wonderful Bernie. Good morning, Bernie.
Morning, George. I get so excited, but I've got to say I'm a little bit sad.
Why?
Because we're not allowed to enter and comment to win all them goodies.
Well, that is true.
That's amazing. I didn't know this. A lot of the times we know what's coming up before, don't we?
Yes.
I didn't know until I walked in this morning what our giveaway was going to be, and I was astounded. It's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
So I'm a little bit sad that I can't enter, but I'm thrilled for everyone else to have a chance of winning that.
There are some brilliant goodies, and some of you guys already get in touch this morning. Good morning, that's Frida in Texas. Howdy, should I say. John Wilson, hi, George and Bernie from Adul Chesterfield in the UK. Laura May, good morning. I'm so excited to be able to catch a full show today. And listen, today is an amazing day. Remember, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. East Coast time, with the wonderful Jan's going to be here. We've got an amazing launch day, and 7 p.m., 2 p.m. East Coast time. It's our second chance Sunday. But for the time being, we are getting on with our soft crafting. And I'll tell you what, Betty, what have we got coming up in the show today?
We've got, George, the fantastic Nativity Christmas dies. Now, these were only launched a matter of weeks ago.
Yes.
Got this fantastic, look at that.
That's beautiful.
How amazing is that? So we've got the Nutcracker in there, the Snow Queen, Clara, and the Mouse King, and the Sugar Plum.
Easy for you to
Plum,
say.
very. However, they're not just for soft crafting, George.
No.
Wait till you see this.
We've
got a card.
Is that paper with
Yeah.
you? What?
We've got a card, look at that. Absolutely amazing. So Jackie Alt in the Papercraft team, DT team, made this for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. These are multi-craft dies, so you can use them with your other materials as well. So they're really, really good. The other thing that we've got on the show, what I love, and again, these are a pretty new launch, and we've got offers all over the shop, is our paper pattern packs. So we've got the Trendy Tote. You can get that one, or the purses and wallets, and I'm going to show you how to make one of these little coin purses, and then you've got the zip in the top in there, and you can put your cards in the front in there. Really cute. So I'm going to show you how to make one of those with the fabulous gingerbread fabric, because it's
absolutely amazing. Laura May on YouTube. I'll be working on my apple core quilt as I watch. I just love the dies. Cutting is the hardest part for me sewing these days. Loads of tools on the website to help you sewing. And Christine Byrne on YouTube, gingerbread fabric is really beautiful, and that is what we're kicking the show off with today. This wonderful gingerbread fabric. As you can see, it's good. Now listen, there's multiples, there's the bundle option, and it is also available separately as well. We've got some stunning fabrics here for you today. Absolutely stunning. I think this is absolutely beautiful, and you can see it behind me. You've got the gingerbread lane. This is that one here with all those beautiful houses on there. You've got that stunning one. Then you've also got here the beautiful gingerbread shapes. That is this one there for you. You've got the lovely, stunning star bunting there for you as well. You've got the gingerbread cookies as well. And you've also got the wonderful hearts as well. All available for you today at £5.9, $6, saving yourself 15%. The best price ever we've done with that. Then we've also got our fat quarter bundle. Again, you get everything in there. All those wonderful fabrics that you've seen just then. Again, all nicely packed away for you to use whatever you need them for in your crafting as well. With that lovely ribbon, which I know you some guys use on your stuff. That is at £11.89, $14.40. And you've also got the fat quarter. Look at that, isn't that half-metre bundle in there? Stunning as always, but a brilliant price as well. Like I said, the best prices we've ever done on this gingerbread fabric. As you can see, it's stunning again. A nice, thick, look at that, absolutely stunning, as you can see. And there's so much you can do with this, you know, so many ideas which you can do. You can make crackers, you can do presents, you can do all sorts, absolutely loads of stuff with that. And we've also got the Multicraft Applique Christmas die collection as well. What Bernie's just shown you there on that pillow. What can you do with that? You could do so many different things with that. And that is such an incredible piece. It's a multi-craft die as well. And remember, with that deal, what you're getting, the dies, again, both sets of dies, the nutcrackers and the nativity, and as well, you are getting the felt as well. 12 sheets of felt, allowing you to create something just like this stocking here with a full nativity scene. It's so big. There it is. Look at that. All the main elements of the nativity there. And at that price, it is again an incredible price for what you are getting. A huge saving today, and that could be yours. Plus remember, as it is our anniversary week, double points on everything Club Inspire. That platinum price is $35.83, $41.54. Bernie.
Shock at the platinum price. This is my pick of the show. I always now try and pick on a Friday. I'll put the post on to say that the offers are up, and I always have a little pick of the show, and this is mine today, these nativity dies. However, I just want to show you this quilt. First of all, before I start doing the nativity dies demo, this is amazing. So you don't need to make Christmas decorations with it, which is a lot of the way that you would think straight away I'll do baubles. We've got bunting hanging up in the studio, but this quilt is squares and half square triangles. It's absolutely stunning, and it just shows how well the fabrics go together. We did have a bundle of blenders to go with these, George, didn't we? But they've gone.
Sold out.
I was going to use them in my demo as well, so I've just switched my demo up a little bit, because we're always on the ball here. We have to be. If you guys buy something, and if we can demo with something else, we will. So these are fantastic. You're getting 2 sets in here, as well as that felt bundle, and you're getting the Christmas nativity, and you're also getting the Nutcracker and Friends. And what I thought was I'd do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do Mary and little baby Jesus, but I'm going to make a burp cloth. So if anyone hasn't heard of a burp cloth, you know, you put a cloth over your shoulder when you're winding the baby, just in case they're sick on your top. So I'm going to make one of those, but I thought I'll make it out of the gingerbread fabric, but also decorate it with these.
Lovely.
So, multi-craft dies. If anyone hasn't come across these before, they're halfway between the paper craft die, like thickness, and the multimedia die. So the in-between there. So the plates that you're going to use is your paper craft sandwich, where you have your magnetic shim and your clear plastic and your other clear. Or you can take out the magnetic shim and put the metal shim and put the magnetic one in. So it's either or of those two to use. And you can use these on your junior. Now I think, let me look at these sizes. I'm pretty sure these are going, they'll go through your Gemini Go as well.
Absolutely.
So any of the electronic machines, these will go through.
Great stuff.
I haven't tried them in the mini or the MIDI, but definitely the electronic ones they're going to go through. And what you're going to do is get all your pieces. Now you can see mine have been well used, because I've just put them back in the packet and wasn't very neat. Anyone seen my sewing room knows that I'm not very neat. Also, you get inside these, which are invaluable. So these directions are going to give you the steps on how to cut each of the designs. However, you can then start playing, like I always do with all of the dies I've got, look to see what else can I make something different. And also you get a guide here of what they all are for. So we've got the hare, we've got the sheep's body, the shepherd's staff. So if ever you're not sure which piece it is, you can look at this reference guide on here to do it. So we're going to do little Mary and baby Jesus. So I like to put my instructions here so I know where they're at so I can see them.
Yeah.
And then I'll look for the shapes. Now, I'll just cut one out because I've got a lot of these already cut out, just ready for time-wise. But I'm just being careful I don't drop them on the floor. Or Jan will be thinking, what's that die I've left there? Where's that from? So I've got my junior here.
Yep.
So I've got clear plate, I've got my metal plate, and then I've got a piece of the felt. Now these will cut 2 to 3 layers, or single layer. I'm just going to cut a single layer. But you can see by that here is her like cloak here.
Yeah.
But the rest of the pieces are all going to fit on here in one go.
Perfect.
So you could actually do these in one pass. So I'll put that on, and then I've got my plastic shim and my other clear plate. So I'm going to pop those through just so you can see that one cutting out.
Straight it goes. Loads of love for these today. Loads of you got these. Waiting to use my applique dies. They are so lovely, from Sandra Bamfield on YouTube and Sherry Jessie on Facebook. Absolutely gorgeous quilt, that gingerbread fabric. It is stunning. And Christine Bird on YouTube. I've already bought the half-metre bundle of gingerbread fabric, but I need more. At that price today, that gingerbread fabric, it's going to be a steal. You need to get that in your baskets. Right, how are we doing with our wonderful cutouts of our appliques?
So I thought I'll wait till you came back to me so you could see it cut. So if I take that off, and then that is then cut. Now, with felt, what you find is, did you hear it when it was going through the machine? There was like that crunch noise.
Yeah.
I love that noise. And what that is, it's the metal, because felt is so compact.
Yes.
It's the metal of the die pushing through and then into the metal on the bottom. So don't be alarmed if you hear like a crunching noise. It's my favourite noise on the Gemini because it means that it's actually working.
Yeah.
So we've got our pieces, and then I've cut out the rest of her body. And also I wanted to do some eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we suggest is that you can use embroidery thread or small buttons to create the eyes, or you can cut one of the little circles. Well, in the other set here, there's a die that cuts out the little buttons here.
Nice.
So I use that, if I put it on here, I use that because I've cut one out already, and I've cut out these tiny little circles.
Wow.
That I can use for her eyes as well.
Even the Gemini's, the precision on that and the detail, that's the Gemini giving you that every single time.
Yeah. You couldn't cut them out by hand, could you?
No.
You'd really struggle. But yeah, so you could use those if you didn't want to draw them on. You can use those to put the eyes on as well. And then what you do, now you can go sort of your own way, but I like, when I first start with any die set, I'll be like, right, I'm going to follow the diagram that's suggested for me, and then I know that I've got that one nailed, and then if I want to change it and do a different one, I can. So you're just building up all your pieces. Now, you can stick these down with, if you've got felt glue, or our Kalal textile glue will work, or you can hand stitch them, or you can machine stitch them. Now, I machine stitched mine, because I've got one sewn on. And what I would say is, if you're machine stitching, because you're going through a lot of layers of felt, you're going to lengthen the stitch on your machine. And also, I've sewn this onto the gingerbread fabric, but I put wadding on the back first. And what I found is because I was sewn through that many layers of felt, I started skipping a couple of stitches.
Right.
So I would say, if you're going to be sewing this onto fabric and you've got lots of layers, sew it onto your fabric first, then add your wadding afterwards. So there we go. So we've got them there. That's it. You've got them put together. We'll pop our little eyes on.
Anyone could do this.
So that's it, yeah. You've built it up. And I say, with that card that I was showing you earlier on, if you're doing this in card as well, you know, you can, if you're making a gift with fabrics and felt, you could then make a matching card, couldn't you? Oh, that would be fantastic. Right, so then what I did, I'll show you what I've got here. So I'll just move little Mary and Jesus over there. And this is where I'm up to now. So this is my bib. So with a bib, if I turn it that way so you can see it sideways, it has like a little delve here that's going to go across, like around your neck. There we go, look, it tells you we've got Charlotte in today, bless her. She's zooming out so you can see it all, fantastic. And then I've got a straight edge here. All I did was, I got a piece of copier paper. And I just roughly drew drew a curve there and then swept it in there and then just neatened it up when I cut it out.
Perfect.
And then what I did do is I used our paper pattern spray.
Nice.
So paper pattern spray is a repositionable adhesive, and what you do is spray it on the back of your paper. This works on tissue paper as well. You just need a light mist and you give it a minute to dry, and once it's dry it feels a bit like suede-y, like, you know, that there's something there but it's not sticky. And then all you do is you pop that onto your piece of fabric that you're going to cut out on. Obviously I've cut this one out already. You iron it, and once you iron it with the heat, and in fact I've got my iron on here, so I'll just quickly...
Oh yeah, you see it straight through. Yeah.
Now if I hold this up now, it's not going to fall off.
Yeah.
Because it's stuck. And then you can cut round your pattern, and I cut on the fold like that to save paper as well. And then when you finish, you just peel it off like a little sticky note. But it doesn't leave any residue on your fabric.
Nice.
And then you can iron that on again. Once it's cool, you can use it again and again and again. Absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite sprays that we have. It is stick and spray first, but then my paper spray is my second favourite spray. So then all I've done, as you can see here, I've done the stitching on here. I put some of our wadding on the back, so I know we've got the wadding on the show as well, the 80-20 wadding, and I just rough cut that because I've got this piece that's cut here, but I do need to trim around. And then I was going to use the blender fabric on the back to show how well that coordinated, but everyone's bought it.
Yeah, you've sold us out, guys. You've sold us out with that.
So I've quickly cut a piece of the cookies. I love this one. It's a lovely red. It's like a muted red, isn't it? It's like, it's a bright red, but a muted red. Seems
like
a little bit...
orangey red.
Yeah, seems a little bit there. So all I need to do is just cut around here. Now, if you're brave enough with your rotary cutter, but if you're not, then use your scissors. And where you've got a straight line, use a ruler.
Yeah, make it easy for yourself.
Yeah, makes it easier.
Just point out Bernie is left-handed. Just want to point out
Yes, I am left-handed.
But if you buy the rotary blades, you can change it to make it fit your hand, right?
Ah, well this one you don't need to, George. Ah. Yes. So we've got the Quilting starter kit on the show later on, and I'll talk you through that as well. Then, because you don't need to with this one, you just change hands.
Well, it's a bit fancy, isn't it?
Good, yeah. We have got some other ones that you change. Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly cut around here. Now, this is my bad because...
What have you done?
I've forgotten I meant to do this at home. Because I was thinking, no, I'll need to cut round there on the show, but I can be quick. Because we've got so much on the show today.
So, honestly, it's a bumper show today.
Yeah. I had a late night call with producer Georgina the other night, because normally we work different shifts. Yeah. So we're like passing ships in the night on a Sunday. And I messaged her and I was like, oh, I do need to speak to you, because I said, we've got that much on the show. I just want to check before I plan what I'm going to be doing. So we said we've got that much on the Save a Stitch. So the first section's like, we're going to be like, we on it. So all I've done is took this, just the backing fabric, and we're just going to put right sides together. Yeah. I've got my wadding on here. And then what I'm going to do is quickly stitch all the way around. I'm not trimming this bit, because it's easier to sew a curve onto a flat piece of fabric, if a straight piece of fabric, that makes sense. And I'm going to leave a gap here for turning. So I'm going to whiz round there, George. Don't know if we've got any questions.
Do you know, I've got loads of stuff. No questions, there's loads of lovely comments this morning. LaQuita Gibson on YouTube. I really love this die collection. I'm a mum of 8.
Wow.
And this is perfect for so many projects I know they will love. Teresa Karma's on Facebook. Clever Stuff, that pattern spray. Julie Pimborough on Facebook. Hello, Bernie and George. Love all the Crafters Companion shows. My favourite is Sunday, Softer Side. Bernie always explains things so well. And bargains galore. Yeah.
I know Julie.
Julie.
So only recently I've met Julie. She started coming to my classes. Yeah. Since I've started my classes back up on a Monday. So hi Julie.
Hey Julie.
Nice to have you watching. I'll see you next Monday. Yeah. We've got class next Monday.
What are we doing?
We're making a quilt. Yeah. But we're making it called a row by row quilt, where every month we do a new row. Yeah. And then at the end, it'll be after Christmas, we'll then put all the rows together. And it's what's called a row by row quilt.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Gilmore on YouTube as well, but I could never freehand with a rotary cutter.
So
is it practice, Bernie?
Yeah. When I first got a rotary cutter, I looked at it. I bought it at a shop well before I'd even discovered Crafters Companion. Yeah. And I looked at it and I was petrified, and I kept thinking, well, to me it's like an extra sharp pizza cutter.
Yeah.
But with years of practice, and that builds up your confidence as well. And what I would say is, don't be overconfident. Always be respectful of it.
Yeah.
Because it is a sharp object. So you just, if you always be respectful of it, you'll be okay. And always keep your fingers behind. So whenever you're cutting, so I'm going to do it here because I'm going to cut it round. Whenever you're doing freehand cutting, always keep your fingers behind the blade.
Yeah.
And this doesn't have to be extra neat because this is going to be my seam. But if you always keep your fingers behind the blade, there's no chance that you're going to cut yourself. And also, don't ever cut towards yourself.
Yeah.
And cut at a comfortable angle. So once you get to a bit that you think, oh, I'm not comfortable there, pause. Like I pause there and I'm turning my work around.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it. But I say it is definitely a build-up one. If you're a little bit frightened of it, and to be fair, being frightened of it's not a bad thing. Because it is a sharp tool. And then I'm just quickly clipping into my corners, and we almost finished this, George.
Perfect.
Super quick. I'm just checking. I hope I've got that caught in on the other side. We'll soon find out. Right. So I'm going to turn it through.
Yeah.
Now what you could do on this, I've put the design on one side, you could put it on the other end as well and have a double one, because I've made this for my left shoulder, and that's me being left-handed. I must be left-shouldered as well if there's such a thing. So last week everyone was laughing at me, George, so in my kitchen I've got wet and dry scissors.
Right.
And even Joe was laughing at me. So like wet for like cutting your bacon and your pizza and things like that, food. Yeah. And then I have another pair that I keep in my other drawer that I use for like string and paper and stuff like that. But I call them my wet and dry scissors, where everyone was laughing at me last week. And then I seem to find out that there's only me that has wet and dry
that
scissors.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, but it's just the naming of it, isn't it?
The wet and dry scissors.
And then I've got that turned through, and then I've got my ever wonderful quilting clips, just to clip those together. I pop one in the middle, and then I just need to sew this little tiny bit up in the middle, and then it's finished. Obviously you'd give yours a good press at home. You could do a matching bib as well. So imagine this on Christmas Day, if you've got a Christmas baby and you sat at the Christmas table, because we'll be allowed to have Christmas dinner with family this year, won't we, hopefully?
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Hopefully. And then you can have your little baby all dressed up for Christmas. So ideally you press that. So I'm just going to quickly stitch down that little gap there.
Through it goes.
And normally when I would stitch all the way around here, but obviously for time, I'll just stitch this one up.
Perfect. You're like a whiz through that, Bernie.
They're really quick. Like I say, I made that little template, and it didn't take me long to do that.
Yeah.
And then you've got that template for life then, so you only need to make it once. And I did it on the half, like, so you're folding in half. The reason being is, if you did a full template, would you get those two curves the same?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing it like that, and cutting it out, you know both sides are going to be the same. So I'm going to model this, George.
Here we go. Here's Bernie, modelling
ready?
the latest collection from Paris.
There we go. I've got it on my shoulder. And then when we wind in, I'll just pretend that's how we wind in.
We've got a baby.
And we have a little bit of boop down the back. It's going to go on your little cloth.
You can use a stick man from the shelf.
Yeah.
Use him, his little baby doll.
Yes, I can see him behind.
Yeah, he's there ready.
So there you go. There you go, that's my first one done and finished.
Absolutely stunning. A lot of love for that coming in today. So much love. Laura May on YouTube, we're only 20 minutes in and I've learned 3 new tips from Bernie, and I've been sewing for 25 plus years. I love this show, Bernie. You are amazing. That's what we want to do here at Crafters TV. We always want to help you out and make sure you get the best of your products. Let me remind you of what that amazing deal is, that amazing multi-craft applique. Remember, paper and soft crafts on this one. You're getting all the elements there. You get that wonderful nutcracker scene, the nativity scene, and the 12 sheets of felt. Maybe you are a paper crafter and don't really dabble into soft crafts. Well, this would be a perfect introduction, because remember, these dyes work for paper and for fabrics as well. And with all that fabric there, all that felt, you're going to have a great time and an amazing practice. And like we said, anyone can do this. Anyone, young people, old people, people in the middle, who knows? There's so many love for it as well coming in this morning. Let's have a look what else you may need from your Softer Side Life this morning. Cutting fabric plates for the Gemini. Listen, these are 3 for 2 at the minute, $24.99, $29.99, and that incredible platinum price as well. Wow. Then we've also got the carry-all bag as well. This is the smaller one. It looks quite small here, but it's the £19.99. It's huge in real life. $22.95. It's an incredible price. It's a brilliant price today, and the size of it is incredible as well. We'll show you that when you come back. Then we've all got the quilting starter kit. Bernie mentioned this, and this is what you're getting. You're getting the cutting mat and the rotary cutter as well, alongside with that fat quarter of bundle as well. $34.99, $44.95, and that incredible platinum price as well. That could be yours today. Perfect introduction. So much for you today's show. So much for you. This is the carry-all case. That picture doesn't tell you the size of it. It's about an A2 sheet of paper, that, if you are interested in that today. So what else have we got for you today? We've got some brilliant stuff. We've got the trendy tote, purse and wallet pattern packs. This is brilliant. £13.98 and $18.13, saving yourself 30% on that. You can make yourself some brilliant stuff, wallets, or made purses, everything here that I've got in my hands, you can make out of these sets. I'm just going to quickly show you because Bernie, I want to see how you use it. Everything here comes out of that wonderful die set, so you can make loads and loads of stuff from those amazing dies there. Bernie.
These are fantastic, aren't they? They're really so straightforward to use as well. When we launch these, again, a pretty new product that we've got here, that there's not that many left for everyone, so perfect for your craft fairs, if you're making stuff for craft fairs, for Christmas presents as well, or just gifts for yourself. I mean, look at this one, even in our sequin fabric, so you don't have to just use cotton. I absolutely adore that one.
Gorgeous, that fabric.
And then we've got the wallets, and then the bag as well. So we've got the bag here, and this one we've used the red faux suede that we've got on the show, and also the Enchanted Forest fabric, which we've also got on the show. And I don't think you can get this one by the metre now, off the board. The only way you can get this is in the bundles.
Great.
Yeah, so definitely. And then the red suede. We did have black suede, but that's sold out as well. So we're doing well. But I'm going to use the red suede in my demo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the little coin purse with the little wallet. Now, in these pattern packs, what you get is you get the pattern and the instructions that we always give you on here. There's also some little videos for you to watch that we did, so you can see if you're a visual learner. But the other thing that you get in, as well as the patterns, you also get a tool. So you get a card slot positioning tool in with the wallets and purses. In with the bag, you get a zip insertion tool. So I'm going to show you how this card slot positioning tool works. But, like I say, the instructions are in here as well, so don't worry that we're just leaving you to it. That's the good thing though about us doing these shows, George, isn't it? That we can show people it again. Because sometimes you need to watch something 2 or 3 times or 4 times to get it to click. Sometimes something, when it just never clicks. Yeah. And then one day there's like a light bulb goes on.
You're good now.
And you think, that's it. So you're going to get your big pattern piece in here. So you're going to cut out your pieces that you need. So I've already been cutting out some of mine. You can see, it would help if I put it on the right side that you can see. There we go. So I've been cutting out pieces when I've been using them before. These are pieces that I cut out when I made the purse as well. Yeah. And also, I know it's not feel-o-vision, but this, you hear that little roughness sort of noise? It's got the paper pattern spray on, and that has been folded up in that wallet since I last used it, and it hasn't stuck together. So you can see that it's not sticky. It doesn't stick together. It's an amazing spray. I know, unfortunately, we can only sell that in the UK as well. Apologies to anyone watching in the US. Yeah. And this is like folding a map up. You can never get it back in its place. So you're going to cut your pieces out. Let's have a look. So I've got my pieces of the coin. So I've got the coin, purse tab for the slots, and then the main panel. So basically, to make this the purse, it's 3 pattern pieces.
Yeah.
That's it. And then on each one, it tells you how many to cut out of one. It's saying interfacing is optional. Because I'm using red suede, I'm not using interfacing because this has got like it's quite thick anyway, so you don't need to use interfacing on there. So just have a look at what fabrics you're using. If you're using all cotton, then I would pop a bit of interfacing on.
Yeah.
And again, you're going to put your spray on the back and cut out your pieces. So what I'm going to do is my front panel for my purse is going to be in the suede.
Yeah.
And then my little pockets, where have I put my little purse? Oh, I've moved it back over here. Here we go. So in the little purse pockets we've got here, I'm going to put 2 on this one, and I'm using the gingerbread fabric. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your positioning tool, and I say it does tell you in the instructions where to place it. And depending on which project it is, it'll tell you to place it aligning the 4th line on the tool from the bottom edge. There we go. So there's the 4th line. There's the bottom edge, and I'm just going to line that up, and then it tells me to mark the 3 lines that are left.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use my heat erasable
and mark them in. Well, I've got a limerick. Lynn Harvey's been in. She's got a
Oh,
limerick for
yes.
us. Are you ready? There once was a lady called Bernie. The softer side show is her journey. With fabric and thread, she would sew a bedspread, a big enough cover for her knee.
Oh,
There you are.
thank you, Lynn. I think that's the first time I've had a limerick.
There you are, you
I'm
see.
thrilled.
That's
Thank you very
nice.
much.
Thanks, Lynn.
Oh.
Love that.
Lynn's definitely one of our regulars. Oh, we've got a new viewer, George. Shall I tell you about our new viewer?
Yeah.
So we've got a newish lady in the production team called Tori.
Yeah.
And she told me last week when I was doing some filming that her mum has become an avid viewer of the show. So I just want to say a little hello, Jean Turner.
Yeah.
From me.
Hello,
Welcome
Jean.
to the show. I'm so glad you found us. She's really wanting to get into patchwork, and George, so she's been watching us for loads of tips. So hopefully you'll have had some more tips on the show today. And that'll be a nice little... She'll be now messaging Tommy saying, Bernie's just sent me name on the telly.
There you are.
She'll be dead excited. So hello, Jean. Welcome. And welcome to anyone else who's new. Because we get new viewers all the time,
we had
don't we?
loads over the last few days. Loads of you joining us at that special time as well in the anniversary week. I don't know what a brilliant time. Can you believe it's been 2 years, Bernie? 2 years already.
I know.
TV.
It is flown over. It's nice because I've been here since the start of it as well, which is really nice. Obviously, I went from working behind an office full time to then coming working for myself, doing my classes and doing this as well. So it's been totally different life to me for like 3 years ago. Totally different. Right, so what I'm going to do, so I've got these marks on here. I've drawn them 3 lines on there. And then the instructions will tell you what you need to do. And it says that you're going to put one of your pocket pieces, line it up with that first line. So I'm just lining it up there. You can clip this if you want to. If you're going to pin it, make sure you pin in the seam allowance for later because you don't want to mark the suede. Same if you're doing... if you're using faux leather as well, you'd normally clip rather than pin. And then I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch all the way down there. So I'll just quickly do that.
Through loads of love for this today. Laura May on YouTube. OMG, that card slot tool is great. I must get that. It's the part I struggle with when making wallets. Well, listen, this kit for you is the perfect thing to get because you've got everything there to make purses, to make wallets that you're going to need to make something great every single time.
It is. And also as well, another top tip is whenever you're going to do anything like this where you're folding it back, lay it down first and fold it to make sure your fabric's not going upside down if you've got directional fabric. There we go. And then all you do is fold it down to the next line on there, and we're going to stitch along there as well. And then with this one, you're going to place that onto the last line and then along the bottom. I'll quickly stitch them and then you can see.
Yeah. Maria on Facebook, all of this fabric is pretty. Mary Kane on Facebook. Good morning, everyone. Late to the show, but looking forward to this. Was ending up in the totem purse pack on the Crafters Companion website. Yeah, so much on the website today, and so many deals and offers as well. Was so much stuff with our anniversary week here on Crafters TV. And Stephanie on Facebook, I'm mesmerised by Bernie. Absolutely. Joanne asks a question, is felt washed the same way as fabric? I haven't worked with felt yet.
So our felt, this felt in this bundle is washable at 40 degrees.
Right.
So I would put it on like a gentle wash, and I don't put it on like a really fast spin. Have it.
Yeah.
Treat it a bit like you're washing wool, but you can wash it at 40 degrees.
Perfect.
And then I've lined, so I've got that there. Oh, I've got that tree house, lovely in the middle there. And then I've got the bottom bit lined up, and then I'm going to stitch along the bottom there.
Lovely. So, Nativity, on Facebook, please explain the difference between half a metre compared to a yard.
I can do that one's one. So, a metre is, so a yard is 36 inches.
Yeah.
A metre is pretty much 39 inches.
There you are.
So if you usually buy in yards and you buy something in a metre, you're going to get an extra 3 inches worth. And then that's reflected in fat quarters as well. So like a fat quarter of fabric is 4, if you've got a metre of fabric and you cut it into 4, then 1/4 of it there is your fat quarter.
Yeah.
So if you cut it into 4 and it was a yard, so it was 36, that would become 18. And if it's a metre and that was 39, then that's going to become about 19.5.
Yeah. Perfect.
Size
Thank you,
as
Bernie.
well. So yeah, so the difference is, I suppose it's better if you're going from yards to meterage, because you're going to get that little bit extra for free.
And we like free.
We do. So we can see here now we're starting to make the pockets.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that we do say, and this is a top tip as well, for when we're doing the instructions to pop things in like this, is you just want to stitch these down close to the edge. And that's called basting. And all it's doing is it's holding it in place before we sew it together later. Now, you can do it with quite a long stitch on your machine. I'm losing my foot pedal under the counter. There we go. And you just want to stitch quite close to the edge.
Lovely.
And it just keeps it in place for later. And then the same on the other side. Now, if we look at the other side, if we start stitching there, we're stitching towards here.
Yeah.
So, I'm full of top tips today, George.
You are top tip Bernie.
Top tip Bernie. Flip it over and then you're sewing it down. Yeah. And then it's not going to ruffle it back up, if you know what I mean, that fold. So as long as you're stitching close to the edge, I think I've got a thread. Oh, I've got my thread caught around my foot.
Like a bat out of hell.
Always have scissors handy.
That's it.
There we go. So that now is now already in place to be put together. So, in true Blue Peter style,
here's one.
Here's one. I've got part made because I wanted to get it finished, and obviously we don't have loads of time. So here's the front piece here. You can see this is the piece I've done. I've also put a little snap fastener on there as well, so you can use your metal ones. You could use a button and a buttonhole. You could use a little bit of hook and loop as well, anything, any fastener that you've got, a magnetic fastening. And then what I've done is I've done a plain side here in the suede, and I've popped in the zips. I've used our zips on a roll. These are, have you seen zips on a roll before?
I have,
George?
yes.
These are fantastic, aren't they? You're getting a lot of zippage on here. So you're getting 5 meters of the zip, and then you're getting 10 of the zip pulls on there. So you can make the zip as long or as short as you want. I've left mine long here. I just wanted to show you. I always leave it longer because I like this out of the way when I'm putting the zip in.
Right.
So that's why, but with the zip on a roll, you've got loads. You've got loads, so you can afford to have that extra little bit. And also I made the little tab and just put the little tab in there. Okay. So what I need to do now, if I turn it over, I've put some of the, I love this one.
You love it, don't you? It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous colours. And this, like, to me, sometimes it looks a bit greeny and sometimes it looks a bit grey. It depends what colour you want it, like a very pale sage green. Depends what colour you put it with, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is, what we need to do is bring the 2 linings together and the 2 outer pieces together. But at this point, I want to trim my zip because I need my zip open. Because if I don't move my zip pull now, and when I start stitching together, it'll become like that, and then we'll not be able to open it. We'll have to get the unpicker out.
Yes.
We don't like getting the unpicker out unless we have to. So what I like to do is I sew one side with the zip quite close. Because this is a small project, sometimes pieces can go in the way. So I'll leave it pretty much closed to do one side, and then I open it to do the other.
Perfect.
There we go. So what I'm going to do is get my clips. So this is where those clips are great for you to put on that suede.
Those clips are brilliant. I'm not going to lie to you. They are holding my shirt together this
Yes.
I have lost a little bit of weight, and this shirt's quite baggy on me.
I said you're showing off, George, didn't I, before the show? Yeah. I said you're showing off. Look, I've
just bought it a size bigger.
Take your shirt in.
So I've had to clip my shirt together at the back.
So what I'm going to do is I need to leave a gap in the lining. So I'm going to sew down here and down to here. But then when I get here, I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to open that zip up a bit more, and then I'll be able to sew that bit. There we go.
Perfect. Love those zips, loads, love those zips. We've got new guests, new visitors. Lorraine Bennett on Facebook. Good morning, all. First time ever watching this show. Good morning to you, Lorraine.
Morning.
And Margaret Crook on YouTube. Bernie, can you use the fabric protection spray on the suede fabric?
Now, we haven't tested it. So if you've already got it, I would say to test a little bit on it. We definitely recommend it for cotton.
Yeah.
I haven't got a can with me to look on the back, but what I can do, is that a question on Facebook or YouTube?
It is a question on the Tube of You.
Right, because what I was thinking is I can reply on Facebook. I suppose I can put a post on there, Sewn with Crafters Companion. I'll ask the office next week.
Yeah.
And I'll find out, and then I'll pop a post on. If you join the Sewn with Crafters Companion Facebook page, because that'll be where I'll post on there.
Perfect. Hope that helps. That's the thing, sometimes we've got to try and sell things ourselves, haven't we? We don't want to wait, we want to help you out the best that we can.
Oh, we do. I mean, if we can find out, it may be that it's not recommended, but I don't want to say yes or no today just in case.
Yeah.
So I will go and find out. Right, so I've sewn down that side there, and then can you see now I can still get inside just to open that zip a little bit more. And when you're working with little projects, that's really handy. I've just realised that I left my stitch on the basting stitch, so I thought that went quick. I'll just make my stitch a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to go back around from the other side. So again, put that clip on there. I've started here, so I'm going to start here. You see there, so I'm going to leave a gap for turning, and leave as wide a gap as you can, because obviously you've got quite a little bit of thickness going through there.
Yeah.
And always do a little reverse stitch. So do a couple of stitches, do a little reverse, and then you can stitch round. And again, I know I'd already done some of this, but these are really, really lovely quick projects to do. The bag, obviously, the 20 tote takes longer. That is a big project, it might take you a couple of afternoons or evenings. But the thing is with sewing is you're sewing to enjoy. So you're just going to take your time and enjoy it. And that's my best advice, to enjoy it. And if you're doing a project which you're not enjoying, put it to the side and start on something else.
Yeah.
And then go back to it. And hopefully your love will come back. If it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world. And you think, well, I'm not going to do that project, and then just start on another one.
Perfect.
Okay. And the other thing as well is take some of the bulk out here where your zip is.
Yeah.
And again, that'll help your purse zip at the end fit nicely. Or sit nicely, I should say. And I'm just clipping my little corner. So I'm going to turn this through. And this is where I'm going to be gentle, because I've done them wider stitches on the other side. I thought it was sewn dead quick. I thought, I know I'm quick, but that's going super quick.
So you snip the corners off then. Why have you snipped the corners off?
So I've snipped the corners off, so that takes the bulk away for when you turn it through. And the other thing as well is I'm folding the suede, because that's quite thick. I'm folding it to help get the lining over it. Because what you can do is you can fight to turn something through.
Yeah.
I've had a sweat on before trying to turn some things through. Because you have to really wriggle it. But if you just take your time, it does come through. I say bigger projects are easier.
Mary on Facebook, such a good tip about using a longer piece for the zipper. I always struggle with sewing zippers due to the zip tab being so close to the seam. And Marisol on YouTube, those zips are great, save you money every single time. Zips on a roll. It's the follow up to Farm and Roll. Did you see them on Thursday enjoying themselves? How dare they have fun at work?
I tell you what, it was a fantastic. I watched pretty much. I came home because I was in on the morning. Yeah. And then I came home and I was working, and I basically had the shows on for the rest of the day. So there was the 3 hour show, 2 hour show in the afternoon, and then the 3 hours on the night, wasn't there?
And Ben basically, I had it on.
Yeah, I had it on all day. There we go. So I've got that turned through. You'd sew the hole up in the lining. But I'll do that later.
Another viewer, Janet, is brand new. I'm new to this Sunday morning malarkey. How fun is this?
Malarkey, I like it. See, the weekend of it, it's only us in on a weekend, isn't it, George? Yeah. So we can get up to all sorts.
We have.
Not that we would, obviously.
We've been having flapjacks this morning. We've been having...
We have. I brought flapjacks in. Cherry and plain. Everyone gets a choice, you know. Everyone gets a choice. Here. There we go. And then put your little fastener on, and there is the little purse finished.
Perfect.
How cute. I think it's really, really cute. And I was careful when I cut my fabric out. I wanted a nice piece there, so I just got a tree in there. So yeah, so they're my two makes of the day, George. I don't know if we're voting later on.
We will be voting on later on, yeah. Because it's a fun day.
Two little projects.
There's our two little projects. Our baby burper.
Burp cloth.
The burp cloth, not the baby burp cloth. The baby burp cloth. Let me get that into bed a few times. And that wonderful little purse. Remember that training tote and purses and wallet pattern pack at that incredible price. A brilliant saving, 30%, £13.98, $18.30. And that incredible platinum price. Remember, 20% off if you're platinum with that incredible club status. And if you're brand new to us here at Crafters TV, and this is your first time watching, you're a brand new customer, you'll get 20% off on your first order. So that means that you'll get it at that incredible price today if it's your first time purchasing with us today at Crafters TV. Right, let's have a look at our wonderful carry-all bag. Let me just get my back into gear because this is heavy, this. This is our wonderful carry-all bag. Look at that. You can fit all sorts in here. But inside here is that wonderful A2 mat as well. It's a brilliant size. Zips all around. Perfect for you guys on the move, you know. Sometimes these wonderful mats in here that we have, perfect for your crafting. It's the carry-all bag. It's brilliant and stunning. And a beautiful shade of purple as well. Our wonderful Crafters Companion purple. We love a bit of purple here at Crafters TV. If you're looking at the scale of it, again, the wonderful handles. You've got that pocket here across the front for more storage or whatever you need. You want to put more mats in, whatever you need inside, that can go in there. Bernie, I know you love this bag, and at that price, it's a great purchase. How much do you love your carry-all bag?
I use it now to come in for my shows. So before I used to have my trolley, but now I've got my carry-all. I've actually got hold of it here. It's full of stuff, and there's still plenty more room in it. And I'm swinging it. I know you can't see behind here, but I'm swinging it here. It's not actually touching the floor. So sometimes handles can be too long, and it can touch on the floor, but there's plenty room there. So I'm going to lift mine up. Oh, there we go. I've got loads in. You can see how much. So it does look, it's quite narrow, but obviously it fills out as you're putting your stuff in. So I'm just going to show you I'm going to show you what I've got in mine. I have got loads of stuff in here. And like I say, I've still got a bit of room. I haven't actually got anything in this outside pocket. Neither. It's got really strong handles on here and that really durable zip as well. So I've got the flapjacks arrived in here this morning in a tub. So I've got 2 builder block sets. I've got strip rolls. 3 lots of strip rolls. I've got a ½ metre bundle of fabric. I've got dies. Builder block dies, the multifunction dies. To keep these in order because they're going back in the cupboard. I'll get in trouble off Tracy if I mix them up. I've got all of our shape cutters here as well.
I've got visions of just something really random to come out of there.
Oh, I've got another I've got another strip roll. I meant to put the guillotines in because so Pam, was it Pam Craven on Facebook, posted the other day that she's bought hers for her paper crafting stuff as well, so fantastic. And then I've got our gigantic fabric cutter as well. So you get a lot in here, it really does. And you've got pockets on the inside as well, if I show you the inside. So So you can see here we've got pockets in here. So you can get, there's 3 pockets on one side, and then there's like this one here can be like a divider as well. So you could have your projects in that side and then all your equipment in this side. But can you see how it goes really, really wide?
Yeah.
So, do you know what? I think, I'm going to do it, I think the sewing machine will fit in here.
You think?
Let me unplug.
Look at going off script here, Bernie. Look at you. Things are getting plugged. The sewing machine will... Here it comes.
Because it's really padded as well.
Yeah. Bernie, that's it. Just try it. Here it goes. All the sewing machine fit in the carry-all bag.
I reckon it's going now.
Here it comes.
I'm just going to get it there.
Look at that.
Right, that's me done, finished. There we go.
And it's strong, safe and secure, so it fits
And it's
the sewing
really strong,
machine.
yeah. So you get, and I mean, there's loads of space in the sides
You
as
put
well.
thread in there.
And then you've still got stuff to put in that zip pocket. So because it's really padded as well, it is going to protect it, you know. Even at home, if you don't have a bag for your sewing machine as well, you know, this is going to keep it nice and clean for you to put it away if you don't have a designated sewing room. But yeah, there we go.
Absolutely.
Even the sewing machine goes in.
Loads of love for that bag. Wonderful. Nativity on Facebook. Carry-all is definitely the correct name for that bag. I love it. It's the perfect size. And loads of you get inspired by this morning. The wonderful Lynn on YouTube has said, I watch most of your shows, but I haven't done sewing for quite a long time. Used to do it years ago, but I inherited my grandmother's sewing machine away, and this is encouraging me to want to get it out. Hope we are, you know, it's always nice. I dabble in soft craft as well. I always love it. And Stephanie on Facebook, this bag will be great to organise all my mats that are propped up against a wall right now. Karen's asked on Facebook, what dimensions is the bag? I'd say it's about an A2 sheet of paper. Do you know, Bernard?
I know exactly, yeah. It's 17.5 inches by 23.5 inches, and it's 2 inches deep on the side, but obviously, as you can see, it does expand when you put things in. So it is you will fit your A1 mat folded as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, that will fit in.
She's good, isn't she?
I'm packing back up. I'm packing up to go home now.
Here. Listen, there's loads in our Soft Side Life, and we are rattling through the show. Listen, check out your baskets, and we'll see you on the flip side of this.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet.
The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up. I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Yes, creating every day here on Crafters TV. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is George Akid, and welcome back to the Softer Side of Life here on our second anniversary week. Remember, we've also got to announce the winner of each show. Over £250,000 worth of giveaways throughout all our shows here until the 2nd of September, and you could be a lucky winner. All you got to do is get involved with the show, and remember, you spend £50, you get that free notebook, £100, you get that free tumbler, and you spend over £150, you get both of those items. Right, it's time for a Saver Stitch. We'll try and get those savings for you today because we know how much you love it. We're starting first with our quilting starter kit. You get also in this, you are getting the mat, and you're also getting the rotary blade cutter as well. Like Bernie said, it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. It's designed to work for whatever hand you use. Maybe use both hands. Maybe you're a show-off. Who knows? And with that incredible price today, you're also getting this wonderful Fat Quarter collection as well, completely free within your saving today. The Enchanted Forest collection, that is all coming in at that incredible price, $34.99, $44.99. 25. Bernie, I know this is a great starter for anybody who wants to get in more into their soft crafting.
It is, it's absolutely perfect. And even if you're not a starter, you can't have enough rulers, rotary cutters and mats. So the lady who just mentioned there about putting all her mats in the carry-all case, you know, if you've got, most crafters will have more than one mat once they start getting into it. This is a perfect one. Also for if you're working in a small space, if you go to workshops, if you go to the caravan or the motorhome and you want a compact area, this is perfect. So you're getting the mat. So on one side is inches, and then on the other side you've got your centimetres. So if you're a paper crafter as well, and if say you used centimetres for your paper crafting, use one side for your paper crafting and then keep the other side nice and dry for your stitching, for your measuring. And then also you're getting a 6x12 ruler. So this is an acrylic ruler, and acrylic rulers work with a rotary cutter. You're not going to use your little, you know, the old school rulers I call them.
Yeah.
They're too thin. You don't want to be using a rotary cutter with them. You want the acrylic ruler, and you've got all the markings on here for your 45 degree, your 60 degree, your 30 degree angles when you start getting into your angles with your quilting. And then the rotary cutter, like we were saying before, this doesn't matter if you're left or right handed. So you've got a safety mechanism here. So you bring it back to cut up. As soon as you finish cutting, you put the safety guard back on, and that then conceals the blade, so you're not going to have any accidents. And then if you are right-handed, so I'm left-handed, when you cut in, your blade always wants to be against the ruler. So if you're right-handed, you just turn it.
Yeah.
And then when I do that there, my blade is still against my ruler.
Perfect.
And then also you get in this fantastic pack of fabric. I absolutely adore this fabric. Like I said, this one here, which is the forest, was it floral
Enchanted
forest?
Forest.
I think that
Oh,
was
sorry, that
that individual one. I'm sure you can. In fact, I don't even know how many of them you can get on the meter. You can only buy them in the bundles now, but it's absolutely gorgeous, really, really gorgeous colours. But you're getting a metre of fabric there, but 4 fat quarters.
Yeah.
So if you go and buy a metre, but you don't want a full metre of it, it's a bit like a taster of the range, because you're getting a piece of all of them. And fat quarters, as we know, we can make cushions, bags. You can make a little quilt top with that pack. There's enough to make a little front for a quilt. Bags, cushions, bunting, wall hangings, anything that you want to make. Fat quarters are great to have in your stash. But overall, with this, I just love this set. Like I say, from beginner to advanced, if you just want that second spare set for a workshop, this is absolutely ideal for you.
Absolutely. A lot of you get inspired today. Loads of lovely comments coming in. La Quieta on Gibson on YouTube. Perfect idea to put the sewing machine in the bag. And Lucille on YouTube. I just moved into a new home and found my sewing machine. George, with the previous lady, I totally agree. I'm going to pick up the soft craft again. Hopefully, you're going to pick something up today. There's some great deals here in Save the Stitch. And another great deal here today is this, the binding tool with the fabric strip and collection. Now, this is the binding tool, and Bernie will explain more how to use the binding tool. But you also get this wonderful fabric strip in here. And it works out at this price today that you're getting the binding tool for free. This incredible fabric strip. Again, it's that Enchanted Forest you've just seen there. This great strip of fabrics, loads of different rolls here, and the incredible binding tool at that incredible price of £19.99, $22.95. Yourself and you save over a quarter here today, 25% off. £15.99, $18.36 for your platinum price plus double points. Bernie.
I forgot about the double points. Yeah, it's on everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And it's going on for another week, so that's absolutely wonderful. So the binding tool is a great little tool. For me, it's got multi-uses. The first use of the binding tool is to help you put your binding on your quilts and cushions and things, whatever you're going to bind. And I put a clip in here so I remembered where the join was, because it is really hard to see. If we look on this quilt here, we can see that where the binding has been joined, you've got like a diagonal line.
Yeah.
You see that diagonal line? And it looks quite, I want to say unnoticeable, and that's probably not the right word, but you don't notice it very much because it's cut on the diagonal. If you had a stark vertical one, it would be more noticeable and it would be bulky. When something's cut on the diagonal, it disperses the fabric, so it disperses the bulk, so it makes the finish a lot better. And on here, what you're getting is the directions for it. So it'll tell you if you're doing a big project or a small project, it tells you where to place this. And if I just show you one, I'm not going to cut it, I've just got a strip roll here.
Yeah.
Just to show you how it would work. You would have your piece on here, and this works well. This is why we've bundled it with the strip roll pack, where you're getting 20 strips in there, because it fits perfectly. It's 2.5 inches wide, and it's going to tell you to cut up along that side, and then you're going to go to your other end of your binding, which is going to be along here, and it tells you to flip the tool and cut up that side, and then you join them together. But all the directions are on here. The other thing what I like to do is use this as an acrylic template. So what you can do is you can cut out that shape out of all your pieces and then join them back together again in like a crisscross design or a French braid design as well. Absolutely great for that. The other thing I love is that it's a little ruler, so if you're just doing a little job and you need something trimming but you don't need to measure it, you've got this next to you and you can say, oh, I just need to trim that. Well, this is an acrylic ruler, so you can use it just as a little trimming tool next to you as well, which I love, because you don't want your big massive rulers next to you all the time if you're working in a small space. You've got this one handy that's there, and because we know it measures 2.5 inches, if you need a 2.5 inch strip, you can cut it. Lastly, well, you've got the hanging hole there, but also there's 2 little holes here. There's a 1/4 inch square and a 1/2 inch square. So if you need to mark a 1/4 inch from your corner on your fabric, you're going to place the tool on, there's a little hole with your heat erasable pen, you've now marked your 1/4 inch point. Similarly, if you were doing a 1/2 inch seam on something, you line that up, put your hole in there, you've got your 1/2 inch point as well. So it's great, really good multi-use tool for me.
Great, a lot of love for that, and thank you for that brilliant explanation. Remember, all our shows are on YouTube and Facebook for a long time, so if you do want to come back and watch the show at any point, you can do. So if you're buying this today and wondering again, what did Bernie say, you can come back and watch us at that incredible price. Right, shape cutters, yes, you've got 2 shape cutters here at an incredible price. It works out, buy one, get one free. Yes, you've got the Dresden, and you've also got the orange peel. This is the orange peel here, and this is the Dresden. It works out, buy one, get one free. That incredible price today of $19.99, $24.95, and that platinum price is incredible. Bernie, how do we use our wonderful shape cutters?
These are great. I know I always say that these are great. I love all of our products, but I am a rotary cutting girl. I do cut with dies, which I never did before I came to Crafters Companion. So I'm used to using my rotary cutter. But these are great because once you start patchwork, you'll normally start with your squares and your triangles. And then you'll start venturing out and looking at other shapes, what you can do. These are great because we've worked out all the angles for you that you don't need to think about them. We've done it for you. So we've got in this set here, we've got the Dresden plate. So if I just show you this cushion, and you say, I love this, look at this. It's like a rainbow, well, it's a rainbow. This is half of a Dresden plate. When you see designs that's in the full circle, that's what's known as the Dresden plate, which is the traditional design, which is where the name comes from. And what you have is we call these blades. So you have blades all the way around. I say we've worked out the angles for you so they will fit perfectly into a circle if you do plenty of them. And then we've got a half circle here, but we give you this. I'm going to show you actually. I'll take this out. You see here we've got a circle. So this is the blade, but there's a circle there. How on earth on there do we do a circle? So let's have a look. I'll take it out. Can we see here? We've got that curve. It's giving you that circle. So what you're going to do is use, so say we were doing this one where we just needed a semicircle. So if I get my little bit of fabric and say, well, actually I only need a semicircle. So if I fold that in half, and I need a straight edge, so I'm going to use my shape cutter as a ruler again.
Yeah.
You can use it because it's acrylic. So I need a straight edge on there to start with. And then if I line that up, can you see that the corner there, and that's the fold?
Yeah.
I'm just lining up on that line there. If I cut round, now with this I would say your 28mm rotary cutter is better because that's a smaller blade.
Yeah, someone was asking earlier, when would you use the smaller blades?
Yeah, so when you're going round curves, then the smaller one is ideal. If it's a big sweeping curve, I mean, to be honest, I probably might have got away with the 45 on there.
Yeah.
But I like, if you've got the tools, then use those tools, yeah. So then here, if I open that out, I've now got my semicircle.
Perfect.
But my waste fabric isn't necessarily waste, because if I open that out, I've got an inverted one.
Yeah.
So when you make the circle, if you have a square of fabric, cut the circle out of the middle, you've got like a positive and a negative. So if I bring this cushion back in, then with this, that's your semicircle going on the bottom of there. So the same principle as well with the other cutter that we've got, which is the the orange peel. And this one, I'll show you the concept as well. So if I bring in this fantastic quilt we've got here, where we've cut the shapes, you're going to say, well, hang on a minute, that's only half a shape. It's because what we do is you cut them on the fold.
Yeah.
So if we see here on the back, you've got the directions to make. Oh, the logo's in the way there. So you can make a full one, which is what we've cut here, or you can do a half one, or you can do two halves that you can sew together. What I like to do is sew my strips together first and then cut it. And then all you do on here is you're going to have your fabric. This is probably a bit narrow. But you're going to fold your fabric.
Yeah.
Like that. I think this might be a bit narrow, but it'll show you the technique. And then there's a placement line on here. So you're going to put your placement line on. Let's do the 3.5 inch one. So my placement line is on the fold of my fabric. The dash line is if you want to cut a half a piece, and it'll have your seam allowance, because that's a 1/4 inch there. So you've got that 1/4 inch. And then again, because it's a curve, I'm using that 28mm in there, and there we've got the perfect piece. Now these, for me, building flowers, leaves, things like that, if you try and cut that perfect, to get both ends the same, like I cut the burp cloth little pattern out, didn't I? And I was saying cut it while it's folded, because at least both ends are going to be the same. But if you try and do this freehand, and you want them to fit, what the size relates to is the square that it'll fit in. So you then applique it onto a square like that, and that's then the size height that you're going to get on this one. But to try and do that freehand, you can't. Which I say, these are great. And like you were saying before, I was just using it as a normal trimming tool. So I thought, oh, I need to trim that. That's handy. I've got it next to me. And you've got all of those big sizes. And to be honest, the 7.5 inch, if you've got squares of 7.5 inches and you applique these onto them, how quick's your quilt or your cushion, you know, 4 of them, you've got a cushion cover, cushion front, haven't you? It's fantastic. I love our shape cutters.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of love for it. And a lot of people really realise how useful these tools are, especially the binding tool. A lot of you didn't go, oh, I didn't realise you could do that. And a lot of you asking how you keep up to date with Bernie. Bernie's got our Facebook page, Bernie Corner, Crafters Companion. Just type that into Facebook and you can find out so much more about Bernie. Right, an amazing deal here for you. Basically, these are incredible and an amazing price as well today. What you're getting, the Christmas Mini Applique collection. There's 16 different elements here, and there's 3 within the collection. I've got the deer, here you can see it, and I've also got the reindeer as well. And Bernie over there has got the Father Christmas. But at this price, it works out, you're buying one, and you're getting the other 2 for free. £7.99, $10.95 at that platinum price. Again, an incredible price to use. Bernie, what an incredible saving these are today.
These are fantastic, aren't they? And to get all 3 as well. Yeah, so I've stolen George's Santa. Sorry, George.
That's all right, I'll let you off.
So here's the little Santa here. And to me, I start looking, you know, I was saying about looking at shapes and thinking, what else can I make with them? I can see a penguin there straight away. That's like forming part of a penguin, isn't it? And then you've got a heart in there as well. So heart dies are always handy. aren't they? They're really fantastic to have in your stash. And you've got little circles and ovals, so whatever you're making, you know, you can start using the shapes. Now, these are our multimedia dies. So with these, we need the, well, we can use the fabric plates. Now, sad news is, the junior plates have gone.
No.
And I think it might have had something to do with them being on 3 for 2.
Yeah, it's
3
great
for 2,
price.
George. How amazing is that? We've still got the A4 size in stock. How long they're going to stay in stock, I don't know. But if you're on a 3 for 2, what I would say is pop some clear plates in as well, because you want to be using these with new clear plates or pretty lightly used.
Well, Bernie,
clear
someone was
plates.
asking, what is the difference between the fabric cutting plates and a normal Gemini cutting plates? Why would you want the fabric ones?
Right, so let me show you. So with when the machine comes to you, if you're buying a Gemini, it brings you all the plates to do a multitude of cutting.
Yeah.
So you get the metal shim in there, which obviously you'll use with your paper crafting. So if you're cutting your mount board or Hessian, things like that, but also fabric and felt. So that still does that job. So your sandwich, if you're using your plates that came with your machine, would be your clear plate, your metal shim, your fabric, your die facing down, your plastic shim, and then your other clear plate. So what we as a company looked at is like, because plates are your consumables, they're always the first thing to go. I always liken it to ink in your printer. It's always going to be the first thing to go. So you will need to replace those. But if you're a heavy user of fabric, we needed something in addition. So as well, if you've got the double-sided dies, you need to have the double-sided plates to be able to use them. So it's that sort of thing. These, I would say 3 or 4 years that these have been looked at. It was January the 23rd last year, George, was a special day for me.
Why is that?
Because that was the day that I got my plates.
Yeah.
Before everyone else, to test, and I tested them until they launched in, was it February or March this year?
Yeah.
I was testing them, and I brought in the plates that I still use at home. The reason I can't use them on air is because the ones here have the A and B on. Mine at home don't have A and B on because they're the ones that we got to test. Those same plates are the ones that were manufactured and was signed off by Leanne when Leanne was totally happy with them, that we will go back saying, yep, they work with this, they work with this, they work with this. And my plates, I mean, these I've been using since March. Let me hold them up. There you go.
Yeah.
You can see how straight they are. You get a little bit of a curve on them. That's it. But if you cut a lot of fabric with your the metal shim with the machine, then that will, you know, it won't last as long as these because this is a different metal.
Yeah.
So with these, all you need is your 2 clear plates out of your machine. But like I say, you want lightly used ones or new ones. So for 3 for 2, I would pop some in if you can. So because of that, I thought, right, so I'm gonna try some different fabrics in here. So I've got some of our faux suede from my little Santa. So let me get my little Santa. So we're going to have his little body on there. Just keep seeing a penguin starting. Yeah. I just keep seeing it. And then, now, can you see I've got no white?
Yeah.
I have, look. White on the back. So I'm going to cut all out the same piece. So on his little beard, so there's his little beard, and I want his little pom-pom for his hat. I was sad as well when I came in, George, because all of the prizes have gone next door.
Yeah.
You know, the demo of the week and whatnot, including me gnomes, me gonks. Yeah, they've gone. They've gone. I was really sad.
They're missing you. They told me earlier.
Did they? Oh, good. Norman and Geraldine, we called them.
Yeah.
We named them. What was I doing? Black.
His button.
Oh, his little, it's his thing on his belt.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try is going through the faux suede and that piece of felt at the same time.
Yeah.
So you've got different layers, and then I've got a layer of the felt there for his face and for his little nose. So I've done clear plate, A plate all my materials, dies facing down, then the B plate, you're always going to cut into your A plate. If you cut into your B plate accidentally, it's not the end of the world. Just change them over for next time. And then my clear plate on the top, and you can see how flat they are. I mean, like I said, these are the ones that I've been using since March, but the ones I use at home when I'm doing all my prep are the ones that I've been using since 23rd of January last year. I'll never forget that date, because honestly I was jumping for joy. Absolutely, because I knew how much everyone was going to love them, George. I knew, and everyone does love them, so do let us know in the comments if you've got your plates.
Absolutely.
And how much you love them. So I've lost, there we go, there's my little die on the back, there we go. So you can see here how these come out.
So easy.
So easy. And then you just build up. So we've got the little Santa. So there's my little Santa there. And I say, because we've cut that the other way, that's his little beard. And we've got, have I got, where's his, there's his, oh yeah, that's his hat. There we go. His face goes there.
Yeah.
And then we've got his little beard. I love that we've used it as a heart, because it just shows you how these dies are sort of
so versatile.
Versatile, yeah. And we've got his little nose. And you're going to glue all these up or sew them, whichever way you prefer. We've got the little trim on his hat. That definitely is moving down a bit, doesn't he? Because he hasn't got much hat there. My tummy's rumbling, if anyone can hear it. Hopefully not.
What are you having? What, you have flapjack?
I'll have to have some flapjack, because I've got no dinner book this week. I got my dinner last week. There we go. So you're just going to pop your pieces together to make it. See how cute is he? I've got a little bit of fluff on there. But can you see how well?
Yeah.
I mean, that could, and that was just one layer. I know that would have gone through 2, 3, maybe push 4. Yeah. You're going to build up, and you'll get used to your machine, because every machine's different as well. Every little tweak, you know, I suppose it's like a car. You drive the same car, but it'll feel different, doesn't it? So
absolutely.
So they're fantastic. And like I say, you've got the deer in there and the reindeer. I think these are great to make key rings as gifts. Ooh. Gift tags.
Yes.
Make them as gift tags for your presents at Christmas, or even make 24 of them and put them on the front of a little pocket to make like some Advent bunting. Yeah. Would look really cute, because you've got the 3 different types of there. But then again, just look at the shapes that you can do to make other things with. I think they're absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely, and that price today that you're paying them for, remember, you're getting 1 and you're getting 2 for free, the reindeer, the deer, and the Father Christmas. Right, now we've got the wonderful applique designs here again. More wonderful designs here for you today. An incredible deal. Remember, you buy 2, you get 2 free on this incredible deal, and that incredible price that you're seeing today. You have got the wonderful little bird there for you as well, the beautiful bird. You have got the bow and hearts. You have got the fabulous flowers, and you've got the wreath and vines. That incredible price there, $25.98, $39.90. It's buy 1, get 1 free. Not buy 1, get 1 free. Buy 2, you get 2 for free. You're saving yourself 50%. Absolutely adore these, don't you, Bernie? I love them to bits.
I like these. And again, these are versatile. That word keeps coming up all the time, because you can start looking at seeing the designs. Even in the bird one here, the wing there, to me, their leaves, their petals, raindrops, things like that you're going to start utilising them for. You're getting the little small circle in as well for the eye. And then with the flowers, you're getting all the different sizes. But if I turn it over, you're getting the 4 dies in there, so you're getting the circles as well. And then again, the hearts and the bow that are never going to come in wrong. And then we've got the leaves and the stems. The reason why we've got a little star on there is because I lost a die. So I marked it to not use this set, but then I found it.
Right.
So I need to rub out, I think it's in pencil, I need to rub out that little mark. Yours won't come with a little mark on. But just quickly to show you some of these. Now these dies definitely lend themselves to what's called, there's a traditional quilting block style called Baltimore. Yeah. And what it is really lovely blocky designs, and they're pretty much like a circular design, but you can get all different sorts. If you looked up Baltimore online, there's some amazing ones. But with these ones, you can build it up yourself and mix and match them. So in here, we've got the flowers and the stems and the leaves, the stems we've used here, the heart. We've got the little bird in there as well. And this has been appliqued down with fabric. So you can either use a fabric stabiliser, stabilise your fabric, then cut them out, or use a heat and bond or bond to web on the back, or spray and glue them down. But then I'll turn to you, look at this. I love this one. This is proper like flower power, 60s, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is with felt, and it's been hand stitched with a running stitch and then a blanket stitch round on here. Just all squares with all of those on, and that I just absolutely love that one. Just totally different that you looked at that other design, but then you're going to go into a quilt. I'm going to hold this one up. Who's made this? Nicola or Nikki in our design team made this. I don't want to get it upside down. Oh, I don't think there is an upside down. Just look at this.
Wow.
How fabulous is that?
Where's Bernie gone?
I'm hiding. How amazing is that?
Beautiful.
Amazing. And it just looks totally different because of the way that you've put it together. So don't be afraid that you don't have to make quilts all the time. You know, start with something small. I started out with cushions.
Yeah.
I made a little mat for me sewing machine, you know, little things like that. Just build yourself up. And then, you know, when you feel comfortable, then you can start, you know, moving on to big projects. So thanks for that, Nicola, because that quilt is absolutely stunning.
Absolutely a brilliant stunning quilt. 10 minutes of the show left. I was wondering, producer Georgina, should we do a demo of the show? Should we get that going? Let's go in that. Right, let's have a look at our demo of the show. What have you, remind us what you made for us, Bernie?
So I made a little burp cloth with little Mary and Jesus on there, and then also our little coin purse. So
Lovely.
we're doing is, so the burp cloth, is that number one?
Yeah,
so
go for number one.
First, and then the little suede coin purse is number two.
Perfect. We'll give you about 5 minutes on that one. Perfect. More deals for you as well. We've got your wonderful threaded cloth. Now you get in this bundle today. It's you 4 for 3. Basically, you're saving yourself 25%. You get 4. I've only got 1 here, but you know what it looks like. Imagine that. Imagine that 4 times. That's what you're getting. It's your overlocking thread in that wonderful black. £11.97, $14.85. Buying 4, getting 1 for free. And that incredible platinum price, under a tenner here in the UK. Bernie, why do we need this overlocking thread?
Overlocking thread is not just for overlockers. So, you know, I say a puppy's not just for Christmas. The same with overlocking thread. It's sewn thread. It's the same, you know, thread. It tends to be a little bit thinner because you don't, if you're using thread on overlock, you don't want it obviously really thick thread on there because you're using usually 3 or 4 threads. But this is a lovely thread. You're getting 5,000 metres on here, and we're getting 4.
Yeah.
4 for 3. So you're getting a lot of thread in there. Now, if you look at it and think, well, how on earth, I'm going to show you on the sewing machine, how on earth do I fit that on the top of my sewing machine? Because it's not going to fit. I'm not sure if we've got to, I tell you what, shall I move it? Because I've unplugged it now because I had it in the bag, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've just totally wrecked my set. So you're going to think, well, how is that going to fit on the back of there? Well, I've got a little trick. Let me see. Oh, have you seen my new mug, George? I don't think I've shown you my new mug, look.
Ooh.
My friend made it for me and she gave me it last week. Look at that.
What's on the other side?
The fabulous gift. So it's the other side of the logo.
Oh, I thought it was a picture of you.
Yeah, no.
That's nice.
No, I don't want to look at a picture of me. I thought she was going to do me one with the dog on.
Yeah.
But, and she gave me that. I was like, oh my, she said, I won't get in trouble. Well, I was like, no, because it's a gift. Yeah. Anyway, I spoke to Erin last week, producing. I was like, is it all right if I have my mug on there? She said, of course it is. You always have to check these things, don't you?
Aye.
So what you're going to do is you're going to get a mug. And it doesn't have to be a posh one. So you're going to get a mug and you're going to put your thread through there. And then, I won't thread it up, but I'm just going to show you. You just need a safety pin. Pop a safety pin onto your bobbin, your spool winder.
Yeah.
And you're going to thread the thread through the little hole. And I know I'll not, first time did it. And that's now give you your tension. So now you can thread your machine as normal. You start going through your tensions and thread it as normal. And that gives you the tension. So if you've got the mug behind, because you don't want it going anywhere near your hand wheel, that's how you can use big spools like that on your sewing machine. And that is going to last you a long, long time. And even if you haven't got an overlocker, it's worth having this set in, because for me, I either use a black fabric or I'm using like a cream or neutral fabric.
Yeah.
If I'm whatever I'm sewing, really, I'm using one of those two colours. So I have one of these that I have behind my machine. It's absolutely perfect.
Absolutely. And now listen, if you want to keep tidy, we've got your wonderful tool tidy here. I love this. It is incredible. It's £9.99, $9.99, £7.99 on $7.99 on the platinum price. That's what you get in the box there. If you open it up and look inside, it's beautiful. It slides out here for you and perfect for you. And if you're wondering how to use it, Bernie, you've got yours there on the desk. How do you use your wonderful tool tidy?
You fill it with all of your tools. Absolutely fantastic. I can also, in mine, I normally have my 6 by 12 inch ruler in the middle, but I've been using that, so I've took it out. We can see here, I've got all of these in. I'm just going to empty this out on the desk. I'm just going to empty it all out.
Do it.
And then you can see how much stuff. I mean, I've got my mitre tool in there. I've got 4 or 5 pairs of scissors, pens, tweezers, me die brush thing that I think it's just called a die brush. Me snap tool, me hole punch tool, me glue pens, me chopstick, me big fat crochet. I've got a marker pen, glue sticks, the lot. If you've got all that sitting on your counter at home and then you're looking for something and you've got to rummage about it all, with these you're getting 2 of these. And I know our Julia, who works in the production team, she's a paper crafter, and when I had these on a couple of weeks ago, I actually told her about them and showed her them, and she was like, wow, I'm going to go and order it. The first soft craft thing I bought because I can use it in my paper crafting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what she's now, got her too, that she can put all of her tools in. And because this it's silicone, so it just goes back. You see how it just goes back, pops back into
Because you use for
shape.
anything though, not even just soft crafting, even not even crafting.
Nah.
Anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, great for, I was saying before that they're great for having your stashes like a Secret Santa gift.
Yeah.
So, get it now, you can keep one for you and keep one for your Secret Santa.
Absolutely.
I've only got one, so if I'm in Secret Santa this year, I might get one for Secret Santa, because I could do with another one.
Well, I know if I get you, I know what I'm getting. For you, I know to get you. Yes, that is our tool tidy collection. Right, more wonderful deals for you. Not long left, but let me remind you of these multi-tool stencils. You've got 3 different shapes in here as well. You've got here, starting here with a wonderful Celtic wonderful stencil here designed for you, and you've also got there is the wonderful Celtic design, that beautiful Irish, Gaelic kind of thing with it. I love that. Then you have got the wonderful feathers stencils in there as well. And you've got as well the geometric shapes. Listen, you buy one, you get 2 for free in this price, because it's an incredible price. £18.99, $22.95. Bernie.
These are great. I mean, you're getting 2 in each one, but they are 12-inch squares, and you're getting the inner shape, but also you're getting extra ones for borders and standalone, like that little star in there. I'm just going to show you. This is the geometric one, and this has been done just on a quilt. So we've got the sort of centre design here, but then we've got the crisscross design.
Crisscross.
Down the borders in here, and that's done on a quilt. And so if we see the back, we can see it really standing out there. Doesn't it look lovely?
Yeah.
And all you're going to do with this is you can mark through it with your heat erasable pen, or you can use our mark away spray, which is like snow. It comes out like that stuff you used to snow on the windows. Spray on the windows.
Yeah.
But it's chalk in a can, and that'll spray it through, and then you can stitch it through. Now this one is the feathers one. So we've got this one here. Look at this. So this has been drawn out with a heat erasable pen and then stitched on the machine. And then look at that border. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now in there you had some of those dies that we had in the build applique. You've got the little hearts. Just think if you had a little applique heart in each one of those as well. With that same design, I want to show you something slightly different. This is using our, we've sold out of them now, our glitter paste. I know there's a couple of colours still on the website. If you use our glitter paste and paste through them, we'll see if we can see the glistening. And seen it. There we go, and then that's decorating a bag, so it's just shown a totally different way. So these are really, really useful to have in your stash.
Absolutely. One more deal for you, wrapping up here for you. This wonderful white linen. Listen, you get bundle. It's an amazing bundle. You're buying one, you're getting 2. Buying 2, you're getting 1 for free in here. 30% off at £13.99, $21.98. Bernie.
fantastic. This is really good. So say you're getting it's the yard ones of these, aren't they? So they're 1 metre wide or 1.10 metre wide. It's really good for your embroidery work, normal quilting and cushions. Cushion backs, perfect. The good thing I like about if you've got a machine, embroidery machine, use it to do embroidery machine on. Try it. Top tip from me.
Top tip from Bernie. Bernie, you've been full of top tips today. Thank you so much for everything today, Debbie on YouTube saying that. Right, let's go through our winners and demo of the show. Demo of the show number 2 was our coin purse. A lot of love for that coin purse. Beautiful. That is demo of the show. Well done, Bernie. And we've also got our winner. Remember, it's our anniversary week here on Crafters TV. It's going to the wonderful Caroline French. You are winning all of this. Yes, that is what you're winning.
Way.
Make sure you are emailing prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's for you, Caroline French. Bernie, thank you so much for everything today.
Thank you. It's been amazing. I'll see everyone next week.
Absolutely, next week. Listen, coming up for you in an hour and a half, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. The wonderful Jan's going to be here for our lunch day. It's Christmas stencils. I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.